Hey, what's up, Defining fam? Hope you guys are doing super well. Before we get into today's video, I want to make a quick shout out to my mom and my dad. Thank you so much for believing in the channel. Thank you so much for supporting me through it. And thank you so much for hyping me up after every upload. I really appreciate your support. And really, I literally wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the two of you. Subscribers, definers, watchers of the channel, thank you so much for getting us to this point and hope you enjoy this video. Yo, what's up, Defining fam? It's your boy Dennis Ngango, and what's up? Hope you're good. Hope you have been enjoying the content on the channel. I decided today on this Sunday we're gonna switch things up and just have another self-care, self-love, Sunday reflections type video, DMC vibe with your boy Dennis Ngango, because I think it's really important that we catch up sometimes and just touch base. A couple of weeks ago, we actually had the Stop Stopping Yourself video, which did quite well. And I thought it's really important to make sure we balance the fun stuff, the love stuff, and also the relatable content and the more genuine content on the channel. For those of you who do like the motivational type content, I have some really good news for you. For the past 5 years, I've actually had a podcast called Motivation Monday. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, and I think I'm gonna get it on Google Podcasts as well sometime soon. But it's called Motivation Monday. Just search Dennis Ngango on iTunes or Spotify and you'll be able to listen to those type of messages. They're plus minus 3 to 4 minutes, and ideally you should listen to it on a Monday because it just gets you so hyped up and ready for the week ahead. This past week, I spoke about hitting the refresh button, or rather hitting the life reset button, which I think is so important because sometimes with your actions and your habits and the things that you do, sometimes you do know better, but sometimes you do things and it leaves you with so much guilt and shame that you just don't know how to go about being yourself. And I really believe it's important to hit that refresh button time and time again in life just to give yourself a fresh start. Yesterday, I was speaking to Una Rams, who had a bit of a DMC as well. That episode will be coming sometime soon. And he's like, as human beings, we are always evolving. And there shouldn't be an expectation for us to be the same person we were, days, years ago. Which I, completely agree with as well. So hitting the refresh button is so important. I think if you've reached a point in your life right now where you have a bit of shame, you have a bit of guilt, we have certain actions and things that you did that you're not necessarily proud of, that you are carrying as a burden, I think it's really important that you hit that refresh button and just allow yourself to be. Hitting the refresh button, or rather hitting the reset button, it doesn't necessarily take you away from all those experiences. You still have to acknowledge it, you still have to understand it, but at the same time, you are becoming courageous and brave enough just to say, hey, listen, I'm not going to allow this situation to hold me back. I'm just going to allow it to rather push me forward. And I've seen it in my life time and time again where things that were supposed to break me down are, your battle scars are the things that really shape sometimes your identity. And if you don't take the time to wrap your head around it in the right way, you're going to see it more of a disadvantage than an advantage. We all have those things in our lives where we just feel like, I just wish this did not happen to me. I just wish I had a break from my reality. But I promise you, once you just take the time to wrap your head around it, forgive yourself, and just see yourself as still a champion, things will really become better. I've had to press the reset button for a couple of things. I think when it comes to my relationships, I've really had to press the reset button because I haven't necessarily always been the greatest friend, and not that I'm like fighting with people or anything. I just think sometimes I go a bit AWOL and it's not really cool. So yeah, I know I've had to reset that, and I really did not blame myself, but I really was frustrated with myself for quite some time because these are still people that love you, and I was just really busy with a lot of stuff like defining and trying to get this somewhere that I wasn't necessarily being the greatest friend that I could have been, if you're making sense. So even in that case, I had to press the reset button and say, I know I've done some stuff and there's there's consequences thereof. But at the same time, it's really important just to say, I'm just gonna try and do better. In friendship, I've had to click the reset button. In aspirations and dreams, I've had to do it so many times because I don't know, somehow like in your 20s or in your young adulting years, you know, because these kids be growing up fast, you know what I'm saying? In your young adulting years, I feel like we box ourselves with all these different ideas as to why things will not work out and why we cannot do certain things, and we see in society certain images and prototypes with regards to what a success in a specific industry looks like. We get ourselves so consumed by these ideas that we forget that, you know, just us coming through with our individual source that we have, just being ourselves, makes us change the industry or space that we want to enter. I'm sure that's making sense right now. So don't sleep on your individual power. Don't sleep on your secret source. It's not something that you can, you know, activate, but it's just something that comes through when you're just being your authentic self in the different spaces that you occupy. The reset button is really important, and I think even when it comes to studies, I think academics as well, when you see that bad result and you feel as though, even though I am writing exams or I'm hoping to write exams, I still have these bad results behind me, and I promise you it's really not the case. You can really show flame, show fire. Don't let life try and bring you down and show you that they've got like that life or certain individuals have power over you. That's not the case. I remember in my first year, and don't really speak about this story. I speak with my friends, but mom and dad, yo, listen. There was a situation where in first year for my first semester test, I had it's a subject called EBN. Yes, it was like your electricity, those type of calculations. And yeah, first semester test, 17 out of 45. I was like, yo, this is my first test in varsity. I thought, you know, your boy's doing engineering, your boy got the brains, you know what I'm saying? So got that 17 out of 45 for the first one. Second one, I studied damn hard. I was like, gonna conquer this damn module. Got 15 out of 45 for that one, and I was just like, I don't know how to make it through. But then luckily, with all the practicals that we had for the module, that's where I got majority of the marks. So if you also engineering students or you did EBN back in the day, let me know in the comment section below. But anyway, so yeah, practical really saved the boy. Came through with the exam. I was like, I really cannot be a slave to this damn module. Studied harder, finally got the things, went to extra classes, and this is like first semester, first year, we were already doing extra classes because things were already hectic. And it's really important to be able to know when to ask for help, because at the end of the day, asking for help doesn't take away from you. You know what I'm saying? Sharp. Did the things, wrote the exam. I came out with like a 60%, which I was like quite chuffed with, especially considering how bad the other semester tests went. So moral of the story is we survived EBN, number one. But also number two, it's based on the fact that you shouldn't let the obstacles really hold you back. And at any given moment, even you, wherever you are watching this video, can hit that reset button, that live reset button, and just give yourself a fresh start to just do things different and come through with a different energy. The past is something we cannot change, but it's definitely something we can learn from, you know? Yesterday speaking to Una as well, he was like, the only L's I'm taking is lessons. And I was like, boy, preach, speak the truth. If you've reached this point in the video, make sure to comment below saying, hey Dennis, you're a YouTube stalker. But anyway, hope things are going well on your side. Let me know what's the update. Is there a life update on your end? From my side, I've just hit that reset button and taking things a lot more seriously when it comes to gym, when it comes to just defining and trying to really like make my dreams in the space a reality. To be honest, I'm really super happy and overwhelmed with the progress we've made on the channel. All the views that we're getting, the subscribers, we're like at 5.5 now, which is quite dope. So even with that, I'm really so grateful, and it's so cool for people to support your dreams and your aspirations. From my team to even the people who comment on the videos, I see you guys commenting regularly, and you know, I feel the love. I'm really thinking of giving away a book by TD Jakes. to someone who comments and just gives a life update and shares things on their side. So yeah, I think with the little bit of budget we got out here, I think it would be really dope just to give away a book. Let me try and get it now. Just give me a moment. Yeah, man, I think it'll be really cool to give out this book, TD Jakes Crushing, to one of my subscribers, because yeah, man, we spoke about it a bit in the previous video, and I think it's really important to just inspire one another and yeah, make sure that we push through the crushing season, because being crushed is just the beginning, and then you're able to soar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Speak soon in the comments and make sure to make good choices. My name is Dennis Ngango, and thank you so much for watching Defining.